This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to talk about the fact that the woman a man chooses when he gets money is the woman he always wanted. Repeat that again. And I don't know how I'm going to title this video, but the woman that a man truly wants is determined by when he gets money. So basically, when a man gets money, the woman he picks then is the woman that he really wants, and that was his type all along. So I need women to really understand this. Now, most people on the planet are not rich, or not ever going to be rich. So, most women don't have this to really worry about overall. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, knowing that you're not even really sure if you really his ideal woman does really suck. And you would never really find out until A, he leaves you for a woman that he really wants, that he was able to pull even while broke. Or B, if he actually gets money, and then you're going to really see what he wanted. And why I say that is, that's why you end up seeing these so-called, so I don't like calling them celebrities, I call them entertainers. Before they get into the entertainment business, they might be married first, and their wife looks different than the woman they end up being with after they get money. And you think to yourself, and why is that? Because men are the type, well, I ain't gonna say all men, but most men, look, they have a high sex drive, so they're just trying to get their needs met. And so based upon wherever they're at in their life, they pull from the women that's convenient and available to them. So with men, literally, and I know, like, when they get up in the morning, they might not say, oh, today I'm gonna get up and talk to 20 women, but when they get up, they might be on their way to work or doing different things, and if they see women along the way that they think is pretty, they're going to try to talk to them. It's like, for them, they're always quote unquote on and on the hunt. It's like they're always on a hunt. It don't matter where they're at or what they're doing. They're going to be in a hunt for a woman wherever their location, or no matter what their financial situation is or where they're at mentally and emotionally. They're always on the freaking hunt. So that's why it don't matter if he has not gotten to where he wants to be in life. It doesn't matter. He still has sexual needs that he feels he needs to get fulfilled. That's, so in the midst of him becoming a comedian or a singer or a rapper or a musician or whatever, or a basketball player or an NFL player or a baseball player, or whatever he's on his way to doing, he's going to still pick from the women that he has, that he can get where he's at. But trust me, ladies, the man, when he gets money, you're gonna see the kind of woman he picks. And this brings me to my next point. A lot of times with black women, we see some of these black men, when they get money, they the women they start dating, the women they pick aren't black. And so you find out, well, when they were younger and broke, they were sleeping with black women. Because sometimes, I think it's even with Kanye West, when he was engaged, he was with a black woman, or dated a black woman right before he got like Amber Rose, and but he ended up leaving her or whatever and got with Amber Rose and then Kim Kardashian. So the thing is, with some of these men, they wanted white women all along. They wanted a racially ambiguous looking woman all along. They wanted just a woman who wasn't black. They wanted an attractive woman that wasn't black all along. Okay, but when they were broke, living in the hood and whatnot, they had access to those women. Technically, they can go into, they can drive into a neighborhood where it's mostly white, or they had access to those races of women, but maybe they didn't have the confidence to go up to them, or maybe those women, or if they went up to them, the women rejected them, or they just didn't even bother, or maybe they didn't see the ones they thought were really pretty of another race. I'm not quite sure what it was, but trust me, they had access to them. But when they got money, they became ultra confident, and they started seeing or pursuing non-black women that looked quite attractive, because it's all levels of looks in the world. So the particular non-black women who actually look good, they start approaching them, or those women came up to them, however it went. And so instead of them just going after really pretty black women now that they couldn't get, they didn't have money, they said, no, I'm gonna get y'all too, but my ultimate trophy, excuse me, oh my god, I wish it'd go away, this motorcycle. Okay, anyway, for them, like what I see most other races of men do when they're poor, they deal with their races of women. They might dip into other races of women, but they mainly, maybe deal with their race of women. When they get money, become rich, they just date more attractive women of their race. Repeat that again. When most races of men, they date women that's their race, that that they can pull. She might be not that hot, she might be average, she might be cute, whatever. But when they get money, that's when they go after the really, really pretty, gorgeous women of their race. Some black men don't do that. They go after women that happen to be nice looking of another race, and they still sleep with the attractive black women too. Don't get it twisted. But for them, the trophy is the attractive non-black woman. So I just want, women to understand something. When, women kind of get, they get a husband or when they have a boyfriend, or even if they're single and a lot of guys are approaching them, women kind of get a big head off of these things. And what I'm here to tell them is that, first of all, men approach multiple women a day. So none of us are technically special in their eyes. We all got the same body parts. So they just if you don't take them up on offer, they're going to go into the next shit. Second of all, just because someone gives you a relationship, and I'm saying this, I'm in a relationship now, so this is not me hating on people that's in a relationship, but I'm saying just because someone gave you a relationship or just because someone married you does not mean that you are their ideal person. You could have been the best they can do in their mind based upon their situation. Now, we're going to determine if you're this person's type and ideal woman. Give him $1 million. I say to every woman, this is what you do. If they give your husband or boyfriend $1 million, I want to see. No, give him $5 million. Give him $5 million. I want to see who he approaches. Who would you still be his woman? Would he still be content being with you? Would he still say, look at my woman, and I'm a millionaire, look at the beautiful woman I got on my shoulder? Because you was good enough for him when he was broke or when he was middle class, so, or well off, or financially stable, but now he's a millionaire. I want to see, or would you still be the kind of woman that he feels is worthy of being on his arm? Because see, men feel like the woman they pick, this is why men go after women, I think, that's way out of their league, in the look range, is because their woman to them represents them. So they feel like, I don't want my woman to make me look bad. So if she's unattractive or don't dress well or whatever, she's making me look bad. She's a representation of me. So they try to go after somebody that look better than them, which is a flaw, because motherfucker, you don't deserve her when you looking like that. But if he's a millionaire, he feels like his woman has to represent him to the utmost. So we're gonna see if you are the woman, or we, rather throw myself in there too, if we are the women that he feels is worthy of being on his arm, if he was a millionaire. So that's why when men, I trust them as far as I can see them. I don't get so caught up in I got chosen and he made me his girlfriend and he proposed me. I don't get caught up in none of that crap. If I want to be with you, I'm gonna be with you. If I don't, I'm not. My self-esteem is now wrapped up in if a man is approaching me, either because they approach 20 women a day. I mean, literally, like, they'll talk to multiple women while the women could be standing next to each other. He tries to talk to both of them. Like, dudes do this. So I just want women to understand something. When we get excited over certain things, relationships, marriage, and all that, it's perfectly fine. But see, we're thinking that we're the apple of this person's eye. We're thinking that we're this man's ideal woman, and that could not be the case. We could just be placeholders until he's able to get his coins up to get the women he really wanted. And some men, also, you might could be the ideal woman, but he wants to have multiple women to screw. So he knows if he gets his money up in his mind, he'll be able to buy off multiple women. They'll be okay with him being a bachelor fucking other women, as long as he's paying their rent and giving them money. So sometimes you could be his ideal woman, but at the same time, his ideal situation is to be with multiple attractive women, and you're just one attractive woman. So for him, if he gets his money up, once he get his, as they say, coins up, then he can get, he could get more than one attractive woman that might be more willing to, be one of many if he's buying them a car, giving them money, or paying their rent and shit like that. So that's something else to keep into mind. So even if you is his ideal woman, if he comes into a lot of money, he might still dip off and start cheating and stuff, because that's what he wanted. He wanted multiple women anyway. He just at the time couldn't, quote unquote, afford them. So I just want women to understand this. Who a man picks when he has money determines who he really wanted. That determines who he really wants. Who a man is with when he's broke, that don't determine shit to me. So when a woman's, me or any other woman, bragging about a dude, with us and want to marry us and relationship with us when he's not rich. I mean, that's nothing to brag about, because how the hell do I know I'm really what you want? How do I really know I'm your ideal woman? The only way you can determine if a man really wants you, ladies, is if he's rich. If a rich man, or a man who's financially stable, he might not have to be rich, a millionaire, but he needs to be financially stable where he can literally pay all the bills and he cool with you staying at home. That man right there, if he chooses you, and let's say that man right there that makes enough money to pay all the bills, and he's like, you ain't got to work, whatever, I'll take care of it, and he's willing to let you stay at home while he works to bring home the bacon, and he's cool with that. That man right there feels that you're his ideal woman. That man right there does, because he is not looking to you. He has the money that he wants, so he knows he can get the woman that he wants now. He knows that he's willing to let her stay at home because he's with her for her beauty. He's with her for just being with him. He's not with her to help him pay no bills or split no cable bill or split no rent or anything like that. He don't need her. See, when a man needs your income, and needs you to split bills, and needs your help, it's like he's not really looking at you the way he should. When he needs you, he's willing to sacrifice not being that, you not being his ideal woman, and he could be just with you because he needs help with something. You understand? See, when a man picks a woman, when he doesn't need any help, when he got all the money he needs, that means he's strictly with you because he likes you. He's strictly with you because he thinks you're beautiful and that you're his ideal woman. So he like, I got this covered. You ain't got to work or nothing. That means he's like, you're probably his ideal. I'm not going to even say probably. You're his ideal woman. He truly is into you. But if he's broke and all that shit, and most people are broke. I mean, look, this is how the world's set up. Men anyway, most of us is broke. But I'm saying, if he is struggling financially, a lot of times he might pair up with a woman just to help him pay off stuff. So you don't really know if you're his ideal woman or not. What determines it, if a man who's rich or financially stable, he doesn't have to be rich, but financially stable, approaches you and keeps pursuing you, and he's willing to pay everything, and he's cool, you're his ideal woman. Okay. Hands down. The woman that a man picks when he's rich determines who he really wanted, because now he feels he has the confidence and the money now to go get what he really wanted. Okay, so keep that in mind when these men be trying to blow up y'all head, blow up my head, and blow up everybody else's head. And people might say, well, I'm beautiful, and so what are you trying to say? We all could be beautiful. It doesn't. Let me explain something to you. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So just because one woman looks like a 7 to one guy, that same woman could like a 10 to another one. So that does not mean just because you're not this man's ideal woman that you're not beautiful. That don't mean that at all. And I feel I'm quite attractive, and I might not be one guy's particular taste, but I might be another guy's treasure. But so does not mean that your value is low. It just means that this guy perceives you a certain way, and you want to avoid being with men that perceive you in a negative way. You want a man to be with you because he truly wants to be with you, that he don't need you for anything, and that you're his ideal woman. That's what you want, because he's gonna treat, when you're a man's ideal woman physically, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what this men only care about, physicality. He treats you better. He treats you way better. See, this is why a lot of times we have problems with certain men, because they're, number one, they're immature. They have a bad character, and we might not be his ideal woman. So put those three things together, and that's usually why you're having problems with this dude. Like, he could already be a fucked up person. He's immature mentally, and you're not his ideal woman physically. So therefore, he's acting like that. Now you might say, well, I look good, so why? What you mean I'm not his ideal? This man could like dark-skinned, beautiful chocolate women with big bushy hair and a curvy body, and this other woman might could just be kind of slim and kind of light, and maybe that's not his type or something, but she's pretty, so he's gonna still date her. But that does not mean that she's his idea. His eyes gonna still go towards a woman with the other body, the other body type and the other complexion and hair type. So that's what I'm trying to say. It does not mean the other woman's not attractive. It just means that she's not, in his mind, what he should be with, and what really turns him on initially. And look, everybody, we all have our preferences, so Miss Me was saying, well, that's messed up. It's not. I mean, two men can look good to you, but one could do it more for you than the other one. So what I'm saying is, try to avoid not being that guy's ideal woman. And like I said, if he's coming to you saying, I'm gonna be paying the bills and all that, you at least know that he's pretty smitten off of you, and you're probably his ideal woman, and he's gonna treat you better. But when a man, and this is why we keep saying these men, when they become entertainers, and they make it. The women don't look nothing like that. The women, they second wife and third wife don't look crap, don't look shit like the first wife, because the first wife wasn't really the ideal woman. They were just with her because that's what they felt they can pull at the time, and they don't. So in order to not be a victim of this, unfortunately, you might, I ain't gonna say unfortunately, but you know, pick a man who don't need you financially for anything. Pick a man that's willing to take care of most of the bills. And if you can't find that, and guy is, you know, struggling or need help, even if he is not financially stable, he should not be sitting there asking you for anything, because if he start asking you for money, that means he just had you around to help him with bills and stuff. So you know you're not his ideal woman, because he wouldn't even ask his ideal woman to go in half. Because let me tell you something, ladies, when a man goes after his ideal woman, he want to make it seem like he got it going on. When he goes after his ideal woman, he wants to seem like he's the shit, because he feels like this woman is of a high caliber. So he wants to come off like a big shot. So even if he is struggling, he's gonna make it seem like, oh, I'm a real estate developer, oh, I this and I'm that, to impress her. See, when you're his ideal woman, he wants to impress you and convince you why he's a good catch for you. You understand? And why you should choose him. So when you're his ideal woman, he's not going to come at you for help, because then he feels like you wouldn't want him, that you're going to look down on him, and he's trying to impress you. You understand what I'm saying? However, if he's not trying to impress you, ladies, and take you on dates, or not trying to, you know, come off like he's a big shot, not a lot of you, but you know, if he's not trying to boost up and prop his accomplishments up, and if he's not trying to, you know, talk about the good things he got going on and lure you in, he's not trying to impress you. He's not trying to impress you. He could care. He feels like how he is good enough for you, that you're gonna take him as is, and you don't deserve anything better. And then he's gonna be probably trying to ask you for money soon after. So you gotta, and those kind of men treat you like shit. So this is what I'm saying, ladies. Don't be shocked when you see these men leave their first wife or girlfriend when they get money, because they never really wanted her. They never really, they might have loved her, but she wasn't their ideal of what they fantasized about the kind of woman they should be with. She wasn't it. And she accepted him when he didn't have nothing. So now his mind is programmed, well, no, you know, when I'm poor equals her, and rich equals a different woman. He like, when he see her, he just sees struggle and all this shit, you know. So understand, when a man gets money, that's when he gets the woman he really wants.